Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 23 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 2615, that is sum of distances. So in this problem, you are given a zero indexed integer array nums. There exists an array of length nums.length where array of I is the sum of absolute of I minus j over all j such that nums of j value it should be equal to nums of I and j it should not be equal to I. If there is no such j, then you have to set array of I value to be 0 and we have to return array final answer. So what it is saying, so here this is your nums array given to you, right? This is 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index. So here if you see, notice one thing, this one, this one and this one, right? All are same, right? So this one is at 0 index, at 2 index, at 3 index. This 3 is only at 1 index and this 2 is at 4 index. So I'm just doing the group of all these, right? All right, so now here my resulting array is having the same length as nums. Now how I'm going to fill these values? So here, if you are here, right, if you are here, so other values where you see the same value of nums of I is this and this. So here at this position, when your I is equal to 0, so nums of 0 is equal to nums of 2 and nums of 0 is also equal to nums of 3, right? So in that case, the array of 0, this value is going to be this absolute of 0 minus 2 and the absolute of 0 minus 3, sum of these two, that is 5. So that's why I'm writing 5 here. Clear? Now when your I is equal to 1, you are here, right? So there is no other 3, right? Array of 1 is equal to 0 because there is no other index with value to 3. That's it. When I is equal to 2, so when your I is equal to 2, when you are here, right? So now here, when your I is at here, so here there is one more index where you see same value and there is one more index where you see the same value, right? So when I is equal to 2, nums 2 is equal to nums of 0 and nums 2 is equal to nums of 3. Therefore array of 2 is equal to, so you just do absolute of uh, 0 minus 2 or 2 minus 0. You have to take the absolute only, so it doesn't matter the order. And here also 2 minus 3, sum of these two you are going to get 3. That's why we are writing 3 here. Same way when you are here at 3, when your I is here, so then again 0 minus 3 and 2 minus 3 again. So what you are going to get, you are going to get 4. So here when I is equal to 3, nums of 3 is equal to this, nums of 3 is equal to this. Therefore array of 3 values is equal to this. That's it. And when I is equal to 4, so array of 4 equal to 0 because there is no other index with the value is equal to 2. And these are the constants. All right. So very easy example, right? And very easy problem here. But you can't solve this problem in brute force because here if you see the constant size is from 1 to 10 to the power 5. So you have to write the solution in of n time complexity, but you can't write the solution in of n square time complexity. This will give you time limit exceed error. So in brute force it's very simple. So what here, if you see the brute force solution that I have written first here, I just do the grouping of all these, right? And here I create one map, integer and list of integer. This is what we are doing here, right? Key and these are the values are nothing but the list of integers, right? This is what I'm doing here. And then this is the final answer that you have to return. Then after that, what I'm doing here, here if you see we have total nums length is 5. So our output array is also going to be of 5 length only, right? So first I'm going to fill value here. So for that I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to check for this particular key one what are the different indexes we have, right? This is what I'm doing. So I'm going to do this, and then this particular index is, I'm saving this particular index value, and then I have to find the sum. So this list size is this, and then after that 0 minus 2 I will do, 0 minus 3 I will do, I will also do 0 minus 0 because it will not create any impact, right? Here it is saying that j should not be equal to I, but if j is equal to I, then in that case if you find the absolute value, that will be 0 only na, it will not create any impact. So here that's what I'm doing here, I'm iterating over all the elements, and sum is nothing but the match dot absolute of I minus list dot get k, and then at this particular position I'm storing the sum, and in the end I'm returning array. Very easy. But with this I'm getting time limit exceed error, because here this loop I'm running for O of n times, and if all the elements in a list are same, right? Here if you see, all the elements in this nums is same, right? So 1 is appearing here 5 times, at 0 1 2 3 4, right? So in all the cases actually I have to again and again run this for of n time. In that scenario here if you see, to fill this I have to run this over all elements, to fill this I have to run it over all the n elements, to run this I have to iterate over all the elements, all the indexes, right? So here also I'm running O of n time, here also I'm doing the O of n time calculation, right? So O of n time calculation here, O of n time calculation here, so overall O is O of n square. So that is why we are getting time limit exceed error, right? So we have to think of better approach here. So what is going to be better approach? So let's say this is one list, okay, like here indexes list you have, right? So this is one list here we have, all right? So this is one list, and this list is already sorted, okay, it is an increasing order, right? Now here if I ask you that at this particular position I, what is your current index, current element, so you are just going to say list dot get the element at this I index, that is nothing but x of I, right? Now what you need, you need sum of the absolute of idx, this particular value, minus all other indices, this is what you need right in the end. So here if you see what you are doing here for this one, so you are doing this now, 0 minus 2 plus 0 minus 3, this is what you are doing, right? If you are here, so you are doing this and this, right? So this particular index and all other indices here, 2 3, right? So that's what I'm writing here, idx the fixed one, and here all other indices we have to write, and we have to just do the sum of this. So I'm going to split this into two parts, one is this left part and one is this right part. So split it into this, left is from 0 to I minus 1 until here I, so previous is I minus 1, and right is from starting from I plus 1 to m minus 1. Done. Now here if you see the left part, so all the left elements are having this value, right? This value is going to be smaller than this particular value, right? The left elements, right? So all left elements are less than equal to this idx. So if I write this, this particular value minus this index, this particular value minus this index, this particular value minus this index, I will get positive only, right? So I can write it like this only, right? So what is going to be my sum? So idx minus x0, idx minus x1, up to idx minus x of I minus 1. So this minus this plus this minus this plus this minus this, right? This is what I'm doing here. But here this is what I'm doing, right? Up to this I minus 1 only we have to do, right? Up to here, up to I minus 1, right? Now here if you see, this idx is appearing how many times? It is appearing here x0, then 1, then 2, up to this I minus 1. So in total it is appearing for I times. So idx into I minus common, and here x0 plus x1, right? This is how we can write this same thing, right? Okay, now idx is appearing I times, right, minus of x0 plus x1 up to this, and this is nothing but the prefix sum until here, until this I minus 1. So that sum is exactly this. So finally we can say the left side value is going to be this idx into I will take it in long, and if I is greater than 0, then only we can find prefix of I minus 1, sum until this particular index. Prefix of I minus 1 means sum until this index. So I should be greater than 0 and then calculate the value of this, otherwise take it to 0. So this is how I will calculate the value of left part. How I'm going to calculate the value of right part? So in the right part, if you see, notice here, in this, all these values are going to be greater than this one, all these values, right? So here, all right elements are greater than equal to index. So I can say this idx minus x is going to give me negative value only. But if I write this, then I will get positive value only, right? So I can write it like this because we have to just take the absolute only. So I can write it like this. So here again, now what I will do, from this I will subtract this, from this I will subtract this, from this I will subtract this, like this, the right part. So that's what I'm doing here. Xi plus 1 minus idx up to xm minus 1 minus idx. So this minus this minus this up to here we have to do. So that's what I'm doing here. Now here if you see xi plus 1, then xi plus 2 up to this, right? So that's what I'm writing here. Minus idx. Idx is appearing how many times? So here see, idx is appearing how many times here in this side. So I can say that is nothing but m minus 1 minus I. That's it. So m minus I minus 1. Idx is appearing this much time. And see, it is like this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If your I is here, 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index. So you can say now that how many times this idx is appearing. So this minus this minus this. So you can say 4 minus 2. 4 is nothing but m minus 1, and this is nothing but I. So that's how this is coming. And here the sum of right elements is nothing but the total sum from this subtract this. So you will get the sum of this part. So prefix up to m minus 1 and prefix up to this I. If you subtract, you will get the sum of this part. So the sum of right element is this. So overall, the long right value is nothing but this prefix of m minus 1 minus prefix of I minus long into idx into m minus I minus 1. That's it. So this is the right part. So this is what you need to do. So left is nothing but the distance to all the elements before me. Right is nothing but distance to all the elements after me. So when you see sum of absolute differences in sorted array, immediately think like this. Left is nothing but idx into count minus sum. Here see, left is nothing but idx into count number of elements, and here minus prefix sum. Here the prefix sum minus idx into count, sum minus idx into count. So this is what you can do. All right, so it's very easy. You can just give it a try. Very easy part, right? And now if I just give the dry run, so here if you see this particular example, this is your nums array and the output is this. So first nums array, you write it like this. Now just do the group of all these same elements. So 1 is appearing at 0, 2, 3. Done. All this is done. Now here if I just pick this particular list here, so this list size is 3. So prefix sum, how we will calculate sum until here 0, sum until here is 2, sum until here is 5. Done. Then after that I have to fill. So see here 0. So 0 in 0, here I have to fill. So in the right side what I see, in the right side sum I have to calculate. So right side sum, there is no left side elements, only right side elements are there. So sum for right side is nothing but, see here, prefix of m minus 1 minus prefix of I into idx into the number of elements. So this is nothing but 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. So total sum until here is, until here total sum is 5, until here sum is 0. So 5 minus 0 is total sum in this side, and this is what I calculated here. Okay, this part is done. And here idx current index is 0 and the count of number of elements in this side. So here minus 0 into count of elements, that is m minus 1, that is 2 minus 0, 2. So that is nothing but 5. So here I'm going to fill 5. Done. Next, after that, here in the same list we have 2. So 2 in the left side, in the left side. Okay, so first left side, what you do, here left side. So left side is nothing but idx into 1, right? And the count. Okay, so this and the prefix sum until here. Okay, So see here, prefix sum until here is 0 only, right? Prefix sum until here is 0 only, right? And the count of elements here, the right part, okay, idx into idx is nothing but here the count is nothing but 1 in the left side and minus prefix sum until here, so that is nothing but 2. So you are going to fill here 2, okay, 2. But there is a right side part as well, right? In this 2 there is right side as well, so 2 plus in this side, so total sum in this side, so total sum until here is 5, and this subtract this 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 is the total sum, and here in this side, right side, okay, in this side, now sum we know minus number of elements is 1 and count is 2, right? This idx is 2 and count is 1, so 3 minus 2 into 1, that is nothing but 3 minus 2 is 1, so 2 plus 1 3. So here we are filling 3. Let's see here, it's 3, it's 3, okay, done. Now here, last thing, this part, here you have 3, okay. So now in this side only you are dealing with, right, left side. So left side is simple. Here if you simply see this, my left side idx is at uh, 3 into count in the left side 2 minus sum in the left side is uh, total sum in the left side you need to calculate. So sum in the total, this until here is 2 only, right? So this is nothing but 3, left side, no, 3 into 2 is 6, 6 minus 2 is 4, so you are going to get 4 here, right? So that's it. So here see 4, here if you see this 4, right, we have 4. And in all the other places now, so I'm just going to check these lists only, this, then I'm going to check this only one element, so just fill 0. At preposition 1 index, at 4 index just one element only one time now, so just fill 0. So 50340, 50340, that's it. So let's see the code now. So here just calculating the length of nums, then I'm creating one hash map, key as integer and value as list of integer, then I'm just grouping the indices here. If you see in this part, map dot compute is if absent, if this particular key is there, then just add the particular index, otherwise create a new array list and then add the index. Then this is the final result where I need to store, right? Then after that I'm just going to process the each group. Here if you see, I'm just iterating over all the map values, then that particular list size, then prefix sum I will calculate here in this part. And once I calculate the prefix sum, then I'm just going to iterate over all these values in the list. Then I will take the idx current element at current index, right? So once that is done, the current index I will get, then left and right same formula that I have shown you, and then I will update the value to this result at index left plus right. That's it. So this is what we need to do, right? And here we are just feeding all the indexes just one time, right? So total time complexity is going to be O of n. So let's run it. So see, all the test cases has been passed. Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is safety, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem. And if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys next video. Thank you. Bye bye.